Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I don't know when you're listening to this. Thanks for jumping into another episode. I'm halfway through, actually, a 90-minute weighted vest walk, and it's just 8 kilograms. And it's funny how when you take the weighted vest off, just how free and amazing you feel. And it definitely does slow my pace down, but it's really good training, good for the upper body as well, because I need to get used to wearing a backpack for 8 to 10 hours every single day in just over 8 weeks. Anyway, I want to reflect on some communication stuff I've been talking to leaders about. Last week I had a workshop with mid-level managers, about 20 leaders that work for a big business, and even yesterday I was working with a client and we're doing a lot of sort of stakeholder mapping, influencing as well, and had to kickstart a project. So she recorded a video, which was fantastic. We used Descript, so I filmed her just talking about the project, how she's inviting people to be part of it, and also a call to action at the end. So we just filmed that in one take. She is a brilliant communicator. Then we'll airdrop that onto my computer into Descript. We did a quick edit, added captions, and then we uploaded it to Loom so she could share the link with everyone that she's working with in the business. And she's had a really great response to that. And it was one thing was like communicating the kickstart of this 90-day sprint and using different ways to kick it off as opposed to just an email or kickoff meeting. The video was quite nice. So that's one thing. The second thing was a tool called BLUF, bottom line up front. I don't like that the acronym is BLUF because obviously that's like lying, not being real or honest, but it's an acronym that emerged from the US military actually. In this day and age, everyone should be writing or communicating using BLUF, which is giving the bottom line up front. Now, this is what's so fascinating about how we write versus how we like to read. When we write an email, what we're doing is we're working through our thoughts. So we kick it off, we're talking through maybe some context, what we thought, and then what we need, right? So that's the format in which we write, sort of to figure out what we're trying to say. But when we read an email, we want to know immediately, like, why am I getting this? What do I need to do? And so what you got to think about is you got to write for the reader, okay? So it's fine to, when you write an email, to craft your message in that way, like, okay, I'm thinking about the context, thinking about what I want them to do. But then before you send it, you need to edit it and you need to put that ask up front. The bottom line up front, here's what I need. Here's the point of this email, like whatever it is. And then you can add context in that afterwards because people want that immediately up front. The other thing that I shared is that even with the emails that I send out to my email list, which aren't one-on-one, which is like it's a group email, but I want to write it as if it feels like that you're the only person reading it, which is difficult to do. But what I find is often the links that I pop into those emails, the most clicked link in the email comes after I sign off. It's like the PS, because people are so trained to like be searching for like, okay, too long, didn't read, what is the core of this message or what I really need to focus on? And so you put that in a PS. And so even with yesterday's email that she sent out with the video, she put the video like in the body of the text and that PS, here's a video about the process, click here to watch it. It's just these little shifts that we can take in the way that we communicate that can get a lot of traction and cut through. And already she's had a really positive response about that. Put the stuff up front, even in the subject, be very clear with what you're after. Is it for action? Is it for a review? Is it for approval? These are the things that can help build your work fame within a business and build your brand, is that you are clear of the way that you direct your conversation with what you're after, and you make it easy for people to engage with what you do as well. So there's a couple communication things, using video to, obviously not all the time, but to just share a point, to bring something to life, to make it more interesting and exciting. It's a pattern interrupt, and to give the BLUF, give the bottom line up front. Thanks for listening, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.